And we're going to be going back to Moscow in a little bit for that 200 final. But let me just quickly bring in my panelists here. Starting with Mrs. Love, and she's all smiles as usual. Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce, trying to become only the third woman to win the double at the World Championships. Can she do it, you think?
I think she can, and I think she will do it. It will not be an easy task for her. Allyson Felix, very tough competitor, but it's going to be one of those races that we've seen going down to the line, and so we're interested to see our result and how she ends up on top.
Yeah, Bruce, the question was asked after the semi-finals, who looked most comfortable? Was it Felix? Was it Okagbare? Was it Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce, the Jamaican?
The name that's missing from that analysis is Muriel Ahore. Now, she has run her personal best this year, 22.24 seconds. Ahore is the second fastest in the world this year. Fortunately for us and everybody in the halfway tree and throughout Jamaica, that Shelly Ann is the fastest in the world, both at the 100 and the 200, having run 22.13. Allyson Felix, in her semi-final, did her season's best, 22.30. So she's already running at her best. How much more does she have? Last year at the Olympics, when Felix won, she ran 21.69, a personal best before getting to the Olympics, won in 21.88. Allyson is not where she was last year. This is a golden opportunity for Shelly Ann to step up. I believe Ahore will be second. Blessing and Felix battle for the bronze.
Very interesting predictions from Bruce James. Bruce, say that again, just the prediction part. Let me ensure I get it right.
Gold, Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce in the 200 meters, becoming the third person in history on the ladies' side to get the double in the same championship. Silver, Muriel Ahore of the Ivory Coast, getting the second medal for the Ivory Coast at these championships. Felix and Blessing Okagbare, who both live and train in the States, battling for the bronze.
Well, you heard it from Bruce James. The women's 200 meters final, let's go across to Moscow, Russia.
Tamo, Williams, Felix, Fraser Pryce, Okagbare, Ahore, Miller and Riemyen. The three-times world champion, Allyson Felix, in lane 3. The world's fastest this year, Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce in lane 4. Seen some great sprinting in these championships. Now it's the first of the 200-meter finals. In the inside, we have 3 Americans. First of all, Jennifer Tamo, third in the American Championships, former world junior champion at 100 meters. She's got a best of 22.28. A little slower than that so far this year. Geronda Williams is here as a wildcard entry because she won the Diamond League series of races at 200 meters last year. Looked good in her semi-final, qualifying as one of the next fastest for 2 automatic qualifiers. Allyson Felix now, one of the all-time greats of women's sprinting, a really beautiful runner, so smooth. 21.69 makes her the 4th fastest of all times. 3 times the world champion, won the Olympic title last year, surely the favourite. But Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce won the 100 meters by a huge margin. And she is the world leader at this event at 22.13. What a tussle this will be. Then Blessing Okagbare. Well, she started these championships with a marvellous silver medal in the long jump. She was disappointingly out of the medals in the 100 meters. Can she make up for it in this event? She's unbeaten at 200 meters this season. So too is Muriel Ahore of the Ivory Coast, their national record holder, who was the silver medalist in the 100 meters. 7th and 6th in the Olympics last year at the sprints. She's better this year. Shawnee Miller, former world junior champion at 400 meters, has chosen this event in preference to the 400, an up-and-coming young talent at 19 years of age. And finally, it's Maria Riemyen, the European champion and Olympic relay bronze medalist. Great roar when they see a Ukrainian here on the outside lane here in this 200 meters. Well, Allyson Felix bidding to go into history, or can Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce here upset the apple cart and win a double 100 and 200 meters? Felix was only the bronze medalist in Daegu, but then she was attempting to run both the 200 and the 400. And of course she adds copious medals at the relays as well, and may do so again here. Allyson Felix in lane 3 in the final of the women's 200 metres. So a lot of noise from the crowd. I'm sure they'll hush for the start. Tamo, Geronda Williams, Felix, Fraser Pryce, Okagbari, Ahure, Miller and Riemyen. Well, off they go, and look for Felix in 3 and Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce. Fraser Pryce is storming away on the athletes outside her, and Felix is pulled up. Oh, what a tragedy for her, but out front it's Fraser Pryce. It's Ahure further outside, and Okagbari. Those are going to be the medalists, and it is the double for Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce. Dipping, I think, Ahure gets second and Okagbari third. It's very fast at 22.19. It's the double for the flyer from Jamaica. But right down on the bend, Alison Felix. It's all gone wrong for her after her fantastic record. 8 golds, a silver and a bronze in World Championship history, but maybe no more from these championships.
Well, that's a real shame.
Hey, I'm not. Yeah, I'm barely. I'm back in.
She got away well. There was a lead. We know that Felix tends to come through in the closing stages, so there wasn't initially concern at that slight gap and the advantage. But now, watch the figure, third from the left. She pulls up, and Fraser Pryce then just had to contend with Muriel Ahure and Blessing Okagbari. And what a fabulous championship the two athletes have had from Africa. Blessing Okagbari getting another medal after her long jump silver, and Ahure following up silver in the 100 with silver in the 200 metres. But that's not the way we wanted this race to pan out. If Fraser Pryce was going to get the gold, it would have been marvellous to see them duelling all the way down the home straight. But that was nothing to do with Fraser Pryce, and all she could do was finish the race and win.
Well, looking at that bend open from Fraser Pryce, I think Alison Felix was struggling right from the word go. She just couldn't keep up. I think at the end of the day, the woman that won the race would have won it anyway, whether Felix was in shape or not. Felix, I think, really suffered because she was overstriding, trying to keep up. And if that pulled a hamstring, then that was the big danger, really. Because this woman ran the best bend I've ever seen in a 20 metres. She literally just tore around. And I think Alison Felix, on her inside, realised at 50 metres or so that she wasn't going to catch up and tried to overstride, and maybe that was the result. Well, she will not be taking part in the relays for the Americans in either the 4x1 or the 4x4.
No, her medal tally will stay at 8 golds and a silver and a bronze. As we look again, you see Felix third from the right there. Already well behind, as Steve has explained, well behind Fraser Pryce. But she is a fantastic, superb runner we've seen over the years, and it's very sad indeed that she's having to be carried off from the track here. And as Steve said, surely will obviously unable to run the relays as well, and she's often done both of them too. But let's give tribute, of course, to Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce. A magnificent sprint double, and she won both by very big margins. And in the 200, she beat 2 women who are unbeaten this year, Ahure and Okagbari. Ahure just taking it as we look again at the closing stages. Fraser on Pryce, winning by a couple of metres, and then Ahure just staying ahead of Blessing Okagbari and probably just dipping that little bit better as they come into the finish now.
Well, Ahure just dipped in the end. But at this stage, really, the race was over because there was no question that Fraser Pryce had run the bend of her life. And she was tearing away from Felix. And I think Felix overstriding, causing problems. What a terrific championship this woman has had. She's small, she's compact, she's got all the elements of the perfect sprinter. Great start, great bend, and she doesn't lose it in the home straight. She's small, but she does not slow down in the last 100 metres.
Well, Usain Bolt's not the only one who can produce a Jamaican party. We've got the Bob Marley music going in the background, and she's laid down a bit of a gauntlet to Usain Bolt. I've done too, hugely impressively, and as she starts to dance, the crowd responding devastation for Felix. Her night ends in tears, but for the Jamaicans, it's another night to party.
Well, quite a contrast in statures between the possible double champions here in the sprint. Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce, rather small than Usain Bolt. You can have all sorts of physiques, and you can be a wonderful sprinter.
She's having a great time, and she must deserve. She could still do well in the relays as well, so she's not finished yet.
And we touched on the fact that we've got 2 African women on the podium. I think that's fantastic for African sprinting. The Ivory Coast, along with...
What a brilliant
Nigeria.
performance by Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce. And Bruce James had it right, of course. The only thing he didn't get right was that Alison Felix would pull up, but we can't kill you for that one, Bruce. Well done. There are the results. Fraser Pryce winning in 22.17 seconds. Brilliant job. Not the fastest time in the world this year, but it was quite a comfortable victory for Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce. All right, Keon Rayner, our reporter, is in Moscow. Earlier, before Fraser Pryce, we saw Mo Farah winning the 5,000 meters. Let's go across.
Make sure it wasn't too tired from the 10K.
Now you complete the double. What does it mean to you?
It means a lot, and it's great to have someone like Usain Bolt and Shelly Ann Fraser, you know, to do that again. And for me, Usain Bolt is one of my role models as well as my friend. So he make it look easy, and I am, you know, enjoy as much as what he does.
All right. Thanks and good luck, Mo.
Thank you.
All right, Mo Farah there, the double champion, 5,000 and 10,000 gold. You missed it 2 years ago in Daegu. He has it now 2 years later. Brilliant job by him, but stunning job by the Jamaican Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce. Bruce, let me give it to you because you had it right. Analyze that race for us from start, because it was quite a brilliant curve, and that's the type of curve we were talking about.
All right, now let me give you some background information. Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce, for the first time in her 26 years of life, is not in school right now. She graduated from the University of Technology last year, November. That has allowed her to prepare like never before. That preparation showed on the track today. We knew she could be among the best in the 100 meters. She's the greatest 100-meter runner Jamaica has ever produced. But at the 200 meters, this is her first global gold medal. She got silver at the Olympics last year as a full-time UTech student. Now with the time to prepare, she is able to run and be the best in the world. 22.17 today into a negative wind, but listen, viewers, she still is the fastest 200-meter runner for this year. Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce did it just right.
Greatest Jamaican sprinter of all time, Bruce?
She's adding up her medals now. She's going to be challenging soon. Merlene Ottey still has 14 sprint medals at the World and Olympic Games. Shelly Ann isn't quite there yet.
But you know, the IAAF, and you look at the medal table, they deal with quality, not quantity. And Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce right now, in terms of quality, is undoubtedly the Jamaican #1.
5 gold medals.
Is she the greatest of all time?
I still think she needs to get as fast as Merlene Ottey. Merlene Ottey has run 21.6 for the 200 meters. Shelly's best time, 22.09. Beating what Merlene Ottey has done is going to be difficult. What Shelly Ann has done better than anyone else, though, is stepping up at the Global Championships.